La Yasha'Allah, which means to Israel. All right. Salakia Imajim, which means to stand. Pani Akwadam means to face the east. So again, Imajim, everyone stands. Pani Akwadam, which means to face the east. All right. All right, this is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kudash, Haya, Shukah, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Batzaka, Haya, Asha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashemayim, Nathanlanawa, Laton, Kariwam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawakanawa, Wala'a, Taba'a, Banasayawan, Ba, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa Allah, Wa the Parah, La Awalami, Aman. In English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever, so be it. Amen. The Ka, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Babakashah, Nathan Lanawa, the Ka, Lar Ba'a, Kal Makalah. Wakal Madawa, Ka, La Tahar, Hamatazari, Ka, Lahakim, Hamati, Ka, Arakawat, Hatam Allah, the Garshin, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Dawara Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'Allah, Wahabayah, Sapari, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Dawara Aman. In the English, what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us in Israel, in the school, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'a, Ayanya, Al-Hardim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'an, Yahweh. Aisha, Shemayim, Waratasa, Ayathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Aya, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Mahora, Yashamar, Afkapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaatka, Wabawatka, Mayata, Wa'ai, Awalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Adami Alaka, Alta Karash, Alta Shakwa, Al Kayahana, Awabika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Amaka, Yawayama, Sawada, Wayatha Yatazawa, Alta the Pawandika, Amara, Lakawa, Manakakidam, Magoya, Walaaya Sakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawat Hazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alrika, Baryath, Yakarafa, Ahoya, Adawam Yashamai Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wagaryam, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Palashaf, Amyashavia, Tazawar, Gam Ashavor, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadi, Kasaya, Sara'a, Kayabin, Banakol, Koyashwan, Nashamatwa, Bayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shatamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Kaira, Kazabat, Katazor Manai, Karnasia Kumba, Ashar, Amara, Narasha, Lanawa, Naawa, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shatamwa, Kagogla, Kukwas, Lapanya Rawaka, Kaash, Kabiria Iron, Wa Kalapa, Dalahat, Harding, Kun, Darkatma, Basarika, Baswapaka, Dalaham, Mala'a, Punyaham, Kwalawan, Wayapakwashka, Shaka, Yahweh, Gabashka, Waya Bahova, Ayai, Waya Kapara, Waya Abadwa, Waya Kaiwa, Kia Atha, Shaka, Yahweh, Labaka, Aliwan, Al Kaharatazah. Psalm 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee are lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off and be a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Garians, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek. The Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre, ashore also joined with them. They have hope in their children of Lot, Salah, doing to them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which pierced at Endor. They became as dung for the earth, made the nobles like a rib, and like Zeb, yea, all the princes as a Bob, and as Amunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh and possession, O my power. Make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as a fire burn at the wood, and as the flames of the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid of thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded in trouble forever, yea. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right. I'm sorry, okay. All right. ISUPK power structures. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, the punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, the punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, the punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, works of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us broadcast your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with flying saucers, punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause it to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always, so be it. All right. Sorry, was the turn. There. All right, Yeshabium, which means to be seated. All right, first things first, I'm going to say Shalom, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers, Shalom Yahushua Shamar, Allah B'Hashem Yahushua to the sisters, all right? I am Precinct Officer 5000, Maccabia out of ISUPK, Twin Cities, all right? Or better yet, ISUPK, Minnesota, under Commanding General Yohanan, all right? Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, so today we are still in the book of Numbers, and we are going to dive into the 12th chapter, all right? Going all the way to the 14th verse, or 14th chapter. Okay. If you have missed any Sabbath service, just know that we do have, we do have, replays, classes, so to speak, from all the previous Saturdays. All right. On this channel, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Okay. Y'all bear with me. Let me check something here. All right. Okay. All right, so let's actually dive right into it, okay? Let's not waste any time here. As you know, as always, we go into the ancient Paleo Hebrew, which is very traditional, right? Once again, back in the ancient times when, the very people that we read about today in the Bible, what we are doing today, they actually did. All right, they actually had high holy days, holy convocations, and this, Sabbath is a holy convocation. It's a rest day, but of course we teach about it, and then we participate in our rest. All right, and the rest can be whatever lawfully that you want to do. It's a day for you. Understand that Christ, who we call Yahushua in Hebrew, he had told the brothers, the Sadducees, the Pharisees, that the Sabbath. So like I'm trying to think of it. Sabbath is not made. Sabbath is not made for man for the Sabbath. But I'm mixing it up just a little bit. Just give me 1 second. Let me see. Let me see. I'm paraphrasing here. Just give me a second. This is Mark chapter 2, verse 27. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. So once again, like, this day is for you. All right. This day is for you, not the other way around. You don't serve this day in a sense of, this day is made for you so that way you can rest. And resting is the reason why you needed rest at this time, especially in the time of Christ, is because, or even today, it's because the constant working under another people. That's called captivity. And just like in America today, we are under another people, like so-called Black Latinos and North American Indians. We do not run the governments. We are not the presidents. We are not the one calling the shots on people, whether it's life or death. If you look at who has the power as far as what ICE can do, what the law enforcement can do, what the Congress, the senators, and all the other, like militaries can do, who has that power, just understand it's not the so-called minorities of the earth, the people that are not desired. So we need this rest. We need the rest from that 9 to 5. We need the rest from constantly, breaking down our bodies and our spirit for this place, under this oppression, under this tyrants. Donald Trump is not the only tyrant. And there's multiple out there, all right, that we are up under, trying to survive, trying to live, okay? So the Sabbath is made for man, not the other way around, not man for the Sabbath. This day is your day. You do as you please. All right. However, don't listen to anybody out there who tells you that you have to eat, cold sandwiches. You can't turn on the lights. You can't, kindle a stove and this, that, and the third. That's not work. All right. If it has something to do with your work, your business, all right, your business that you employ people, that has to end. That, you have to close shop that day for the Sabbath. From Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Your business has to be closed. Don't mention it. Once the Sabbath is over with, then you mention it. Then you open up shop again. But if you're working under another people, understand that the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments only apply to his chosen people, not every other race of people on the face of the earth. So what they do, judgment is going to be, brought upon them anyway, because of what they are doing as far as oppressing the earth. But if you have to work that 9 to 5 under a heathen, that's not your business. That's his business. I pray you understand. Moving on. Let's go ahead and get to the scriptures. And if anybody has any questions or concerns, please type it into the chat. All right. All right. Select. All right, so we are going to get Numbers chapter 12, verse 9 through 15, all right? And also, too, I just want to recap this just real fast, right? Chapter 12, at the very beginning, this is where Miriam and Aaron, they pretty much try to chastise and go up against Moses because he had married, an Ethiopian woman. Okay. Now, of course, interracial marriages is a sin, but if you understand that Moses had this wife, had this wife prior. Now, if you do not know the truth and you marry outside of your race, you have to stay with that woman or with that man that is not of your family, right? However, once you know the truth and you know what you should or should not do, and you do it anyway, you will be punished. And that's in the Bible. Paul spoke about that. There's no, what is it? Let me see. There's no, forgive me, sacrifice. There is no sacrifice for sin. Give me a second. It's right here. So it says, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin. So you are going to be held accountable. All right. The charges are going to be brought up on you. Okay. If you decide that I want to do whatever I want to do after you have received the truth, you are going to pay for that. No one else will. All right. So that's that. So and now we're pretty much seeing what happened afterwards. Once they questioned the authority of Moses, and hold on, Salakia. Right. All right. So once Salakia. Once they questioned the authority of Moses and what he had going on, then this is what happened, and it became a problem, right? So the Most High, the Most High is the one who stepped in and called Aaron and Miriam outside, and they pretty much got chastised. All right, chastised for the authority of Moses, because everything that was coming out of Moses' mouth was from the Most High's orders. Now, was the Most High directly there speaking to them? No. The Most High always have a representative, just like Moses is that representative. But since they didn't see Moses as a representative of the Most High, instead they, an angel that came down. Anytime when it says that the Lord came down and did this and did that, you got to understand the context. But in this context, it would have been a messenger, which is an angel. Angel sends messages. They carry out orders. All right. So let's go ahead and read the Hebrew and then get into the English. All right, this is Numbers chapter 12, verse 9. Wayakar, Yahweh, Bum, Wayalak. Verse 10. Wahanan. Wa'anan, Sar, Ma'al, Ha'ho, Wa'ana, Miriam, Matazarath, Kashalad, Wayapan, Aharan, Al, Miriam, Wahana. Matazariah. Verse 11. Wayamar, Aharon, Al, Mashah, Baya, Adanya, Al, Na'a, the Shah, Ayanwa, Kata'ath, Ashar, Nawa'awa, Wa'ashar, Kata'anwa. Verse 12, Al, Na'a, Tahaya, Kamath, Ashar, Bataza'athwa, Marakam, Ama, Wayakol, Kataziyah, Basharwa. Verse 13, Wayataza'ak, Mashah, Al, Yahweh, La'amar, Al, Na'a, Rapa'ah, Na'a, La. Verse 14, Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, Wa'abaya, Yarak. Salakia. Give me a second here, y'all. Salaki for that. My apologies. Salaki, Yarak, Bapanya, Hala'a, Takalam, Shabaya, Yum, Tasakar, Shabaya, Yum, Makalataza, Salaki, La Makana, La Makana, Wakar, Tasak, verse 15, last verse. Watasakar, Mariam, Makawataza, La Makana, Shabbat, Yum, Waha'aim, La'a, Nasai, I, Ha'asa, Mariam. And that's it on that. Clap it up. All right. All right. Let's get it. This is Numbers chapter 12, verse 9 through 15. So I do want to read verse 7 just real fast, right? Actually, let's read verse 5 real quick. And the Lord came down in a pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. Verse 6. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. Verse 7. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall be beheld. Behold, wherefore, then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? So what the Most High is doing, he is checking Aaron and Miriam. And the reason why he's doing that is because they question the authority of Moses. And the Most High is checking them, saying like, well, okay, do you not respect this man? Because, I am the authority. I am the mouth to Moses in simple terms. So, because, he is a prophet among you, you don't respect him. You don't have any type of discipline about yourself. You know what I mean? So, and the fact that they don't fear him, fearing somebody just means that you have a level of obedience and respect. Since they don't fear Moses, because the Most High deals with him, that's why they spoke the way that they did to him. Of course, there's consequences for that, right? Verse 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. Now, understand this. Anytime the Most High's anger is kindled, meaning that there's something that sparks, like when you're angry, it's a buildup. All right. When you get angry, it's like like anytime you watch TV shows and they show a visualization of someone being angry, they use fire. They use colors like red, orange. You know what I mean? Just to show you the anger that's like what we have in our mind, to describe what's really happening. Like certain things have a description to it, but like anger is synonymous with red, with fire. You know what I mean? Just to show that this thing is burning inside of you. All right, and that's the Most High's anger. It was kindled against them, and he departed. Now understand this too. When it says that in certain contexts, when someone departs from you, especially the Most High, that means that not only did he just leave, but his protection left as well. His protection from them had left as well. And this is what we are going to see. Verse 10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. All right. Verse 11. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Now, because Aaron saw that Miriam became leprous, Aaron realized, like, okay, we messed up. We probably should never question his authority, Moses' authority, and now the Lord had to get involved, because now Miriam is leprous, white as snow. Leprosy is a skin condition. All right, it's a skin disease. And Most High is famous for putting diseases on certain people throughout the Bible as a punishment. All right. So leprosy, you know what I mean, is something that we see today, right now, amongst people, amongst all races of people on the face of the earth. And because of that, she had to be separated, because leprosy, if you had leprosy, a flat nose, if you were considered a little person, there are many other examples. You were to be separated from the people who did not have that situation or condition. All right. So, let me see. So Aaron is begging Moses to fix this, to talk to the Most High, to, get this leprosy away from, her. Okay. Let's see. Verse 12. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. 13. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now, O God, I beseech thee. The word beseech is like you're pleading. You're kind of like begging. You're pleading with someone or somebody. It's like please, I beseech thee. Please, how Paul used to always say, I beseech you, brother. It's like I pray, not I pray you understand, but more of like, I'm pleading with you that you do this thing. Okay. Verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Now, the Most High said to Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? This is speaking about her knowing her place and her having a shame. All right. that she needed. Because if she was shamefaced, a good word, if she was shamefaced, she would have never had brought this onto herself. By her opening up her mouth and questioning Moses the way that she did, she got punished for it. And she did not show herself to be shamefaced, but instead she got shamed. And her becoming leopardess is the proof of that. And what the Most High has said to Moses confirms that as well. All right, let's keep going. Let me see. Should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days. And after that, let her be received in again. So because she's leopardess, she has to separate. She has to quarantine away from the camp, meaning the congregation, the people, for 7 days. All right. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days. And the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. So now, once she's brought in again, you know, the leprosy was gone, but however, what stayed was the purpose of why that happened. That stayed in the minds of the people, all right, to know that, okay, if we do this, this is what the Lord's going to do to us. So it was a lesson to be learned. When a lot of things happen to you in your life, you have to understand you cannot be emotional. You cannot be carnal. Carnal meaning you can't think, with your flesh. You have to think of the spiritual aspect, the practicality of what just happened to you and why. What can you take from this? And if you are emotional, you won't ever see it. And the more things will happen in your life, and you still won't understand. And sometimes it can be too late. But what happened to Miriam, and Aaron knew right away that they messed up, and he said it out of his own mouth. All right, let's go back to the Hebrew 16. All right, this is Numbers chapter 12, verse 16. Waqar, Nasawa, Ha'ain, Salaka, Ma Katazawar, Salak, Ma Katazarwa, Wayakanwa, Bamadabar, Paran, verse Numbers chapter 13, verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 2. Shalak, Alak, Ainashim, Wayatharwa, Ath, Aratazah, Kanayim, Ashar, Anya, Nathan, Labanya, Yasha'ala, Ayash, Akkad, Lamata, Abathua, Ashalakwa, Ka'on, Nashiyah, Baham, verse 3. Wayashalak, Atham, Mashah, Mamatabar, Paran, Al, Payah, Yahweh, Kalam, Anashim, Ra'asha, Banya, Yasha'ala, Hama, verse 4. Wa'ala, Shalakim, Shamawatham, Lamata, Ra'arban, Shalakim, Shamawai, Bun, Zakawar, verse 5. Lamata, Shemayawan, Shapat, Bun, Hawaria. And that's it on, no, it's like one more verse. Let me see. Yeah, one more verse. Lamata, Yahawada, Kalab, Bun, Yapana. And then yep, that's it on that. Slap it up. All right. All right. Numbers chapter 12, verse 16. And afterward, the people removed from Hazeroth and pitched in the wilderness of Paran. So the people of Israel, they left Hazeroth, and they decided to go towards the wilderness of Paran to pitch and set up their tents and everything like that. All right. Numbers chapter 13, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Send out men that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel, which also too, this was promised back in Genesis and also in Exodus, that this land would be, the land of Canaan would be established and given to the children of Israel, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. So each ruler or each head of each tribe, it's going to be responsible, to take hold of this land of Canaan. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. Verse 4, and these were their names. Of the tribe of Reuben, Shema, the son of Zachor. Of the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat, the son of Hori. Of the tribe of Judah, Caleb, the son of Jephaniah. And that's it on that part. Let's keep going. All right, let's go back to the Hebrew. Verses 7 through 13. All right. Numbers chapter 13, verse 7. Let's see. Okay. Lamata, Yashakar, Yagal, Bun, Yawasap. Verse 8. Lamata, yeah. Okay, come. Aparium, Hawashai, Bun, Nawan. Verse 9. Lamata, Bayunyam, Palatya, Bun, Rapawa. Verse 10. Lamata, Zabalawan, Gadiol, Bun, Sawatya. Verse 11. Lamata, Yawasap, Lamata, Manashah, Slaki, Gatya, Bun, Sawasya. Verse 12. Lamata, Dun, Amiyol, Bun, Gamaliah. Verse 13. Lamata, Ashar, Sakawar, Bun, Mayakal. And then that's it on that part. All right, clap it up. And what we're reading in the Hebrew is just simply some of the names of the tribes and the sons. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Numbers chapter 13, verse 7. Of the tribe of Issachar, who are the Mexicans. By the way, the Simeons are the Dominicans, the Judites are the so-called African Americans or Negroes. Issachar is going to be the Mexicans. The son of Igal, the son of Joseph. Verse 8, of the tribe of Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans. O'Shea, the son of Nun, of the tribe of Benjamin, the West Indians, the ones on the islands. Pauti, the son of Raphu, of the tribe of Zabalawan. Zabalawan is going to be boom, off the top of my head, Zabalawan. Give me 1 second. I forget who they are by heart. Some of them. Good night. Give me 1 second here. Zabalawan are the Guatemalans. There we go. Guatemalans. All right, Hispanics or Latinos. All right, of the tribe of Zabalawan, Gadiel, the son of Zudai, of the tribe of Joseph, namely of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadai, the son of Susi. Verse 12, of the tribe of Dan, Emiel, the son of Gamali. Verse 13, of the tribe of Asher. Asher is going to be, now Joseph also too of Manasseh is going to be the Cubans. And Asher, of course, is going to be the Colombians. All right. Thor, the son of Michael. And then it stops right there. Let's keep going. You gotta go to we are going to jump back into in Hebrew, Numbers chapter 13, verse 14 through 20. All right. 14 through 20. Okay. All right. Lamata. Naphtali. Yep. All right. Nakabia. All right. Bun. Wow. Wapasia. Verse 15. Lamata. Gad. Now wall. What's it like? God wall. Bun. Makia. Verse 16. Allah. Oh yeah, it's like Allah. Shamawath. Anashim. Ashar. Shalat. Mashah. La Kawar. Ath. Haratazah. Waya Kwara'a. Mashah. La Hawashai. Bun. Nawan. Yahawashai. Verse 17. Waya Shalat. Atham. Mashah. La Kawar. Ath. Haratazah. Kanayim. Waya Amar. Alaham. Awa. Zah. Wait. Banagab. Why Allah Yatham. Ath. Hahar. Verse 18. Wara'a Yatham. Ath. Harakasa. Ma'ah. Hawa'ah. Wa'ath. Ha'aim. Hayashah, Awiya, Hakazak, Hawa'ah, Harapah, Hama'ite, Hawa'ah, Ra, verse 19, Wama, Haratazah, Ashar, Hawa'ah, Yashar, Ba'ah, Hatawab, Hawa'ah, Ath, Ra'ai, Wama, Ha'arim. Oh, okay, kind. Ashar, Hawa'ah, Yawashah, Bahana, Haba Makanayim. Ath. Bama Batazarian. Verse 20, last verse. Wama, Harataza, Hashmana, Hawa'a, Am, Raza, Ayash, Ba, Aitaza. So like no, so like yeah, Aitaza, Ayan, Wa Kazak, Salakia, Wahata Kazakim, Wala Kwaktam, Maparia, Harataza, Waha Yam Ya, Bakawaria, Inabium. And then that's it on that part. So like that was a tongue twister. That was a lot. All right. This is Numbers chapter 13, verse 14. Of the tribe of Naphtali, Nabai, the son of Vosi. Naphtali, of course, is going to be the Argentinians. All right. Let's keep going. Of the tribe of Gad, which is the North American Indians, Goel, the son of Maki. All right. Okay. So, give me a second here. All right, Salaki, y'all, Salaki. All right, let's get back to it. Boom, boom, boom. Salaki. All right, verse 16. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out of the land. And Moses called O'Shea, the son of Nun, Jeshua, otherwise known as Joshua. All right. So, boom, boom. All right. So Moses sent out these men. So sent out all the men that were named to be the leaders, the head people of each tribe to go seek out this land. All right. That was given unto them by the Most High. That was promised to the fathers. Okay, our forefathers to be exact. Verse 17. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, to pretty much scope out the scenery, right? And said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountain. Verse 18. And see the land what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds. Now, strongholds is going to be houses and temples and stuff like that. So Moses' orders directly was, hey, all the men that are going to, all the men that are the leaders of each tribe, what I need you to do is I need you to go to this land, and I need you to scope out the scenery, as I mentioned, to figure out, how the people are. Are they few? Are they many? Is the land good or bad? Meaning, is it good to produce food, right? Is it good? Is it livable? Is it profitable? Does it have resources? And all these things. And look at how they dwell in this place. Are they strong? Are they weak? You know what I mean? Do they dwell in tents, or are they in strongholds, meaning in a better living, condition? All right. I want you to go spy and seek it out, all these things, and come back to me and report. Okay. So, verse 20, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not, and be ye of good courage, and bring of the first fruits. And bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. Now I'm gonna stop right there because that's the end of 20. Let's keep going. Give me 1 second here. All right. Yep, let's stop right there. And let's keep going. Okay. So we got 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, cool. All right. Boom. Okay, 21. All right. All right. Now let's go to verse 21. So this is Numbers chapter 13, verse 21. Waya awa, waya tharwa, haratazah, Mama Debar, Tazan, Rakab, Laba'ah, Kamath, verse 22, Waya awa, Banagab, Waya Ba'a, Kabarwan, Washam, I'll say Akyaman, Shashia, Watalambwa, Yeladia, Hanak, Wakabarwan, Shabai, Shanaim, Nabanath, Lapanya, Taza'ain, Matazarium. Verse 23, Waya Ba'awa, Nakal, Ashakal, Waya Karathwa, Masham, Zamara, Wa Ashakal, Ainabium, Akkad, Waya Sha'awa, Bamawat, Bashanium, Waman, Haramanium, Waman, Hata'anium, verse 24, Amaquanium. So like it, Lama Kwan, Lama Kwam, Hawa'a, Kwara, Nakal, Ashikawa, Al, Iwath, Ha'ashikawa, Ashar, Karathwa, Masham, Banya, Yasha'ala, verse 25, Waya Shabwa, Mathawar, Ha'aratazah, Makwatazah, Arabayim, Yawam, verse 26, Waya Lakwa, Waya Ba'awa, Al, Mashah, Wa'al, Aran, Wa'al, Ka'al, Ardath, Vanya, Yasha'ala, Al, Madabar, Paran, Kodash, Kodash, Wayashayatwa, Awatham, Dabar, Wa'ath, Kal, Hayadah, Wayara'alam, Ath, Parya, Taratazah, verse 27, Waya Saparwa, Lawa, Waya Amarwa, Baya Anwa, Al, Taratazah, Ashar, Shalat Anwa, Shalakatanwa, Agam, it's like Wagam, Sabbath, Kalab, Wadabash, Hawa'ah, Wazar, Haria. And I think that's it on that part. Khan. All right. Clap it up. All right. All right, let's keep it going. This is Numbers chapter 13, verse Numbers chapter 13, verse 21. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Rahab, as men come to Hamath. 22. And they ascended by the south, came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan and Egypt. And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes. And they bare it between two upon a staff. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. 24. And the place was called the brook of Eshcol, because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. Verse 25. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. Verse 26. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. Verse 27. And they told him and said, We came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey. This is the fruit of it. So milk and honey is synonymous to the resources, meaning that this is a place that is livable. Milk and honey, where it's going to have the animals, it's going to have the fruit of the land, the actual fruit of the land, the actual, harvest of vegetables. And then also, too, talking about the resources, what this land can bring the people to live off of it, right? Agriculture. Okay. Let's stop there. Let's finish off with 28 through 33. All right. Okay. Gotcha. All right. This is Numbers chapter 13, verse 28. Apas, Kiyah, Isaiah, Ha'aim, Hayashah, Baratazah, Wahayarim, Batazawath, Dalath, Ma'ai, Wagam, Yalatya, Ha'anak, Ra'ayanwa, Shum. Verse 29. Amalak, Yahushua, Baratazah, Hanagah, Wahakathya, Wayab, Wasya, Waha Amaria, Wayasha, Bahar, Waha Katananya, Yasha, Al, Hayam, Wa'al, Yad, Hayaradun. It's like Hayaradun. Hayaradun. Verse 30. Wayahas, Kalad, Ath, Ha'ain, Al, Mishah, Wayamar, Ilah, Nailah, Wayarashanwa, Atha, Kiyah, Yakawal, Nawakal, La. Verse 31. Wahanashim, Ashar, Awa, Imwa, Amarwa, La'a, Nawakal, Lai, Wath, Al, Ha'aim, Kaya, Kazak, Hawa'a, Mamanwa. Verse 32. Waya Wataza Ya'awa, the Bath, Harataza, Ashar, Tharwa, Atha, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Harataza, Ashar, Abaranwa, Ba, Latawar, Atha, Arataza, Akalath, Yahweh, Hawa'a, Wakal, Ha'aim, Ashar, Ra'abwa, Badalka, Anashia, Madawath. Verse 33. Washam, Rayanwa, Ath, Hana Payalyam, Hana Yapalyam, Banya, Anak, Man, Hanapalyam, Wanaya, Bayanyawa, Ganyam. All right. Wakan, Hayayanwa, Bayan Yaham. Numbers chapter 14, verse 1, last verse. Watasha, Ka'al, Hayada, Wayathanwa, Ath, Fawalam, Wayabakwa, Ha'aim, Bayala, Sladi, Balayala, there we go. Hahawa'a, and then that's it on that. That's definitely a goddamn tongue twister, boy. Good night. Clap it up. All right, Numbers chapter 13, verse 28. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there, the Amalekites, dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites dwell in the mountains. So we got white people, the Amalekites, the Hittites, and the Hittites, boy. I'm gonna just say this: we have a bunch of heathens here, because I forget what each one is, but the Amalekites are the whites today, who you call whites. All right, the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites, I believe that's between the East Indians and Africans. Okay, don't quote me, but I want to say that's what it might be, but I'll double check, double back, and let you guys know. And the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan, and the Canaanites, Africans. Verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. So if you did not hear what I just read, right, they mentioned between verse 28 and verse 29 that there are a lot of people there. And because there's a lot of people there, it's built up very nicely and very strong, that they think that the people who, the leaders of the tribes went to go search out the city in the land, because they seen how mighty, how strong the people were, as far as the people that were there, and how the city or the land looked, you can hear that the fear, that they don't think that they should go, that they don't think that they should, go around, just even try to bother those people, all right, to even try to dwell in that land because of all the people and how great it is and how it looks. But this is what Caleb said, a strong brother, right? Caleb said, again, And Caleb stilled, so to speak, stilled the people before Moses and said, let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. All right. But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. Now you can hear that there is no fear in Caleb's language, but there is fear in the people's language. All right. Because one thing that Caleb knows is that the Lord is with them, but they chose fear over, the obedience of the Lord, which that's where the fear really should come from. It's having fear in the Lord that they can overcome anything and anybody, whether they are, so to speak, stronger than you, look stronger than you, look mightier than you. But when the Lord is with you, they will be shown to be weaker, and you will be the one that's stronger than them. All right, especially looking at all the battles, especially the civil wars and all the wars that we had in the Bible. We won when the Lord was with us. We lost when we did not trust in the Lord. All right. Verse 32. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of a great stature. So a man of great stature just means like, a giant, right? I know that's another goddamn word that's actually coming out. I'm going to keep reading. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshopper, and so we were in their sight. Now, this is not speaking about giants in the sense of angels. If you truly know the Bible, Enoch is a piece of garbage as far as the book, not the person, but the book. There's only a few mentions of Enoch in the Bible. And what we see in the book of Enoch, or what people have said, because I don't read it, what people have said about the book of Enoch, it does not correlate with the Bible whatsoever, which lets you know that it's not a real book. And when you look at the real book, the actual book of it, right? You find out in the fine print, this is not a part of the Bible. So it's not a real book. Someone just created it years later. All right. There's nothing in the book of Enoch that correlates to the Bible whatsoever. Nothing at all. It's a big, huge contradiction and toilet paper that needs to be put in the ground. In the trash. All right. So it did say the sons of Anak. Angels don't have children. Angels do not give into marriage. Angels don't have the flesh and body that we have. Angels do not give into marriage, meaning sex. Sex is marriage. Angels do not have sex. Angels do not eat. Angels' sole purpose is to follow orders of the Most High. They give orders and they follow orders. They give and take orders. They are messengers. That's what angel means in one context. All right. Angels are messengers. They do not sleep with anything or anybody because that's not what they were made or created for. However, human beings, we are a different creation besides angels, right? We are a different creation. However, we do eat, we sleep, we have sex, we have children. Angels don't have none of that. Okay, they are a different type of creation that's far different than us humans as a creation. The Most High has multiple different types of creations that some have man has never seen before, that are absolutely terrifying, things that you wouldn't even recognize. Just like many things the Most High has created, the Most High did not create angels to sleep with women, especially human women. That's absolutely insane and idiotic, because you got to ask yourself this question: why is it not happening today? If angels were sleeping with women on earth, why is it not happening today? Because everything that we see in the Bible that happened back then is happening right now. Understand, the Bible tells the time of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It's not something that all happened in one set time years ago. You know, there are things in the Bible that we are reading today that has not happened yet. There are things in the Bible that has happened that happened before. Things that we read today that are happening very much today. All right. So these giants is talking about their status. All right. Their stature, meaning that they're, you know, because to be a giant is someone that is, you know, powerful, that has some type of authority, that has some type of might about themselves. For example, right? That great stature and giant today would be Donald Trump. Why is that? Because his power, his influence, his status of who he is, the authority that he holds. All right, the title, that's a giant. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Chapter 14, verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. So, you know, those people that were weak, they pretty much cried, man. They cried and said, look, man, like, you know, we don't think it's good for us to possess the land because of these people that are strong and mightier than us. These people over here that, you know, they are just going to eat us up. They are going to chew us up and spit us out. If you ever heard that term where, you know, you are just by yourself, or you and your crew goes against another crew. And some people know that whether you are going to lose or whether you are going to win based on who you go up against in life. That could be in the streets. That could be, you know, you fighting with someone in a ring. You going to get somebody in sports, gambling, so on and so forth. Like you would know who that person is based on their reputation, their status, once again, their stature. Their name ringing bells in the city, in the place, around the world. You would know who you are really up against based on who that person is or who that crew is, right? So that's what it's talking about. Let's see. All right. All right. Now let's finish off with the last 7. All right. 2 and 8. This is Numbers chapter 14, verse 2. Wayalanwa, Al, Mashah, Wa'al, Aharon, Kol, Banya, Yasha'ala, Waya Amarwa, Alaham, Kol, Ha'ida, Lawa, Mathanwa, Baratasa, Matazarium, Awa, Bamatabar, Hazah, Lawa, Mathanwa. Verse 3. Walama, Yahweh, Mabaya, Athanwa, Al, Haratazah, Hazaath, Lanapol, Bakarat, Nashianwa, Batapanwa, Yahayawa, Labzah, Halawa'a, Tawab, Lanawa, Shawab, Mataza Yama. Verse 4. Waya Amarwa, Ayash, Ath, Akiwa, Nakana. So Nathana, Ra'ash, Wana Shawaba. So Matazarian. Verse 5. Waya Paul, Mashah, Waharan, Al, Panyaham, Lapanya, Ka'al, Quahal, Idath, Banya, Yasha'ala. Verse 6. Waya Hawashai, Bun, Nawan, Wakala, Bun, Yapana, Man, Hakari, Ath, Haratazah, Qaraiwa, Bagad Yaham. Verse 7. Waya Amarwa, Al, Ka'al, Adath, Banya, Yasha'ala, La Amar, Haratazah, Ashar, Ibaranwa, Ba, like a war, Atha, Tawab, Haratazah, Ma'ai, it's like it, Ma'ai. Verse 8, last verse. Kapatazah, Banua, Yahweh, Wahabaya, Atanwa, Al, Haratazah, Haza'ath, Wananathan, Lanawa, Aratazah, Ashar, Hawa'ah, Zabath, Kalab, Wadabash. And then that's it on that. Let's clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alatha, Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Says, how you doing? All right. Good to see you. Okay, so, all right, so it's like that was the last of everything, right? That's the last of the 7. That was in the ancient Hebrew. So we went through Numbers chapter 12, verse 9, all the way to chapter 14, verse 8. So now, since this is the last, let's get into the English and then close out. All right. Also, too, if anybody knows, right? If you did not know, today we do have a event that's going to be at 6 p.m. to 11 tonight, and everybody is welcome. All right. All of Israel, bring your kids, bring yourself, bring your friends, bring your family, bring whoever, okay? We have an event today that we have been planning for quite some time. Let me just, let me see here. Give me a second. Let me see if I got it downloaded in here. Boom, boom. Down. Give me one moment. And it doesn't look like I do. Hold on. All right, you know what? Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to put some on the screen real quick. Yeah, we have an event today that I want everybody to come out and support. If you're able to, it's free, $3.99. But of course, however, we are accepting donations as always, because this is about substance abuse awareness. All right, we are not promoting that you should have a substance abuse issue. But however, if you do have the issue, we are giving people educational and practical, just insight. And we have guest speakers as well that are going to speak about their experience and how it damaged their life and how it has now fixed their life in the sense of them changing their actions and no longer having to deal with that issue of substance abuse. And understand that substance abuse disorder is classified as anything that is a addiction. It doesn't always have to be, so to speak, drugs or alcoholism. All right, it could be many other things as well. Okay, so it's like, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull this up. I think I just found it. Boom, boom, boom. Salakia. I know I post. That's one. No, that's not it. Boom, boom, boom. Salakia, y'all. I know I posted this before. All right, okay. I'm just gonna have to show y'all this real quick. Here we go. And okay, here we go. All right. So let me share my screen real quick. All right. Let me see. Share my screen. All right, here we go. All right, this right here. Let me make it to where people can see it. Damn. Hold on. There we go. All right. So there we go. All right. So as you see, substance use disorder, right? Okay. We got captains coming out. We got brothers coming out. So January 31st today at 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, however, the location was changed. At the bottom, you can't see it, but let me see if I can save it as a picture or something. Let me see something. Y'all give me a moment. I want to see if I can save this as a picture. Because I want y'all to see this. Damn. Okay. All right. So the location, right? I'm trying to see if I can get the damn location. Hold on, y'all. Salaki. Y'all gotta bear with me on this one. Give me 1 second. Let me take this off the screen for a second, right? Because I want to make sure I get this exact photo. Because I want y'all to see the address. Oh, you know what? I know exactly where to go. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, just give me 1 moment, y'all. Okay, so boom, I got the address right here, everything for you. All right, let's share the screen again. Stop that, and then boom. All right, so this right here, right? This is our substance abuse, right? Disorder awareness, event. But otherwise, I reshaped it a little bit. Community education, forum prevention, mental health, and recovery, right? So don't pay attention where it says postpone. That's just an advertisement for a different website. But however, this address right here, right? I'm highlighted. The Wilder Foundation, St. Paul. Now the location at the Wilder Foundation, it's not going to be held there. But however, it's still in the same area. It's literally across the street. All right. I'm sorry. It's actually in the same parking lot. So just the building right next to it. But of course, if you have any questions or concerns about where this event is, it's still right next to the Wilders Foundation in St. Paul. Just look up Wilder Foundation, go to the address. You are gonna see people. All right, that's going to be going to the next building right next to Wilders Foundation. Okay. However, if you have any questions or concerns, I'm going to type the number in the chat. So this is our phone. Actually, I'm going to put it on the screen. Okay. This is our number, 612-524-9544. If you have any questions about where the event is, call that number on the screen. Contact us at 612-524-9544. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this off and get out of here. Okay, this is Numbers chapter 14, verse 2. And the children of Israel murmured against Moses, against Aaron, and the whole congregation said unto them, would God that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would God we had died in this wilderness? Verse 3. And wherefore hath the Lord brought us unto this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us to return into Egypt? Now, of course, the children of Israel, the congregation, they are afraid. They are afraid of going into this land because they fear that they are going to be destroyed and that they are not going to survive amongst these people that already possess this land. And one thing that you got to understand is, right, like the lesson to get from this chapter or the last few chapters is when you have fear that is outside of the Most High, things never go well for you. Meaning this, when you are giving a order or a instruction, when you are being taught something and you don't stand on that and you have fear of what someone might think, what somebody might feel, if you don't stand on what you know that is truly right, if you don't stand on what was given to you that is once again, morally correct, and you go and you deviate and you go back from that, things go wrong. And that's what we are seeing right here. Now, Caleb, being the amazing prophet that he was, he is reassuring the people and checking them at the same time. Like, you know, like, so you telling me that you are afraid to possess this land that the Most High gave us and say you want to go back to Egypt where we were in captivity? That's what Caleb is saying. You know what I mean? That's what's being said here. All right. And let me see. Hold on. Right. I'm sorry. Not Caleb, but Moses. Moses has said this. So you're telling me that instead of possessing this land that our fathers had, or that was promised to us by the Most High, to our fathers, our forefathers, right? Instead of possessing this land, you want to go back to Egypt because you're scared to take over this place, this land, to live amongst these people who might seem stronger than us, who might seem mightier than us, because in their minds, they are strangers. Because there are already people inhabiting this land, they feel like they're out of place. They should not live in this area. It's like very much today. You move out of state or you move in a new neighborhood in the same state, and you're living amongst a community of people where you feel like, damn, like, you know, it looks, you know, very nice over here. I wouldn't want to live over here per se because, you know, my family, you know, my neighborhood, my household might disrupt it. You know, we might not fit in. These people are at a higher class, but you are at a middle class. Like, that's the fear that's going on in the mind of the Israelites in this chapter. But you got to understand that who you are as a people. If you follow the Most High, keep his laws, do as he says, without fail, what are you afraid of? That's why Caleb said, let's still go. Because, I mean, we are going to overcome this place. Meaning, like, no one is going to stop us. And that's the spirit that you got to have. Like, no one should stop you from your mission, from your duty, if the Most High called you to do something. All right? And one thing that you won't find in the Christian church is strength. You won't find it in the church. You won't find the truth. And the truth of what the scriptures are actually trying to teach you. That's why we have scripture breakdown, because scripture breakdown helps you get the true meaning and understanding of what the Bible is saying, and knocking off all the Christianity, knocking off all the religion that you have been taught all your life. Okay? That's the purpose of this. Let's keep going. It's all the way to verse 8, and then we're done. And they said one to another, let us make a captain and let us return into Egypt. Now, they didn't want to listen to Moses. Moses spoke and told them what it was. And they still said, hey, you know what? We hear you, but let's raise up somebody else new. Let's call somebody else a leader to lead us back into Egypt. Now, the Bible says that you don't want to go back to your vomit, like a dog goes back to its vomit. Meaning this, you don't want to backtrack. You don't want to go back to that filth that you once were. You don't want to go back to the filth of that place that you once lived, that lifestyle, that environment. Once you graduate from that sin, once you graduate from that a group of people, that lifestyle that you used to live, the way you thought, the way you talked, all that very thing that made you a terrible person. Once you graduate from that thing, there's no going back. Because if you go back, it gets worse. It doesn't get better. And so the men, these men and these women of Israel said again, and they said one to another, let us make a captain and let us return into Egypt. When we were in Egypt, we were oppressed. Here right now in America, some people love religion so much, no matter how oppressing it may seem, this is what they are comfortable with. It was more easier. Life was easier when I didn't have to give up holidays and birthdays and my friend group, my family. But understand that there are things in this world that hurt you. And in order to grow, in order to succeed in life, you are going to have to cut off things and people, because if you keep them around, then you won't grow. And the very thing in life, you should understand, right? The very thing that does not grow, it dies. And that's something that you should not accept. You should always accept growth and not death. All right? Let's keep going. Verse 5. Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel. Verse 6. And Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes. Verse 7. And they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to search it is an exceeding good land. Verse 8. If the Lord delight in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. So now Moses and Aaron is pleading, you know what I mean? Hey, shalom, how you doing, warrior? Good to see you, man. All right. So if you do not, I mean, like Moses and Aaron was simply pretty much pleading and telling the children of Israel, like, look, man, this is our home now. This is our land that floweth with milk and honey. In Egypt, there's nothing there for us but oppression. There's nothing there for us. But however, this land that we are searched out was given to us, and it flows with milk and honey. Milk and honey is talking about resources, the things that are livable on this land. Just because somebody else is there doesn't mean that we won't be able to take it over. And in every empire, in every place, there are people that fall, and there are people that rise. In a second, if Israel is in this land, and the Most High is with them, they are going to take it over eventually. It's going to happen. And the people that are running this land and that are in this land, they will be at the bottom, serving those that took over, which is Israel, the Israelites. All right. So that's the purpose of that, man. Okay. So that being said, I imagine, which means to stand. Right. And you're on the bar, no sweat at all. So like, give me 1 second. All right. Lucky. All right. So I imagine, which means to stand. Upon the upper down, which means to face the east. All right. We are going to get into the Lord's Prayer. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shokah, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazak, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathalanawa, Lakam, Kalyawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Wala'ah, Taba'ah, Balishayawan, Abawa, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Ra, Kiyah, Lakah, Hamalakwa, Ba'ala, Batapara, La Awalami, Aman. In English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever, so be it. Amen. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Bashem El Shah, Babakashah, Nathalanaw, Hakak, Hakak, Lar Pa'ah, Kal Makalah, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latsahar, Hamakazaria, Hakak, the Hakim, Hamaki, Hakak, Arakawa, Hatama'ala, the Darshan, Bashem El Shah, the Wada Amun. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits to cast them out, In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Bless Israel. In the Hebrew, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Vayasha Allah, Wahabayah, Sapari, Barak, Bashem Yahushua, Tawada Aman. What we just said was in the English, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us in Israel, in the school. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Aharim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayim, Warataza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Ayah, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Walayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Mukawara, Yashamar, Akapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'atka, Wabawaka, Wayatha, Wa'ai, Awalam. In the English, I lift up mine eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Adam Yalaka, Ada Parash, Ada Shekwa, Al Kayahana, Awapika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Amaka, Yarayama, Sawata, Wayata Yatazawa, Al Kazapawanyaka, Amara, Lakawa, Nakakidam, Magoya, Wala'aya Sakar, Shamya Sha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawatazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryak, Yakarakwa, Ahoya, Adamam, Wayashama, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wagariam, Kabal, Wanawan, Wanalak, Hadashat, Anyashabia, Tazawar, Dam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarwa, Labani Lawak, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamati, Kasiyasa Ra'a, Kayabi, Vanakor, Kuyashwan, Nashamatwa, Wayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Sheathamba, Nadam, Yabawa, Kaira, Kazapa, Kapazar Manah, Karnasi Akamwa, Ashar, Amara, Narasha, Lanawa, Af, Naawa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shathamba, Kagogala, Kakwach, Lapanya Rawaka, Kaash, the Varia Ira, Wa Kalaba, Talahat, Haryam Khan, Darbakma, Basarika, Wabasa, Wapatha, Dalaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayapakwashwa, Shaka, Yahawah, Yafashwa, Wayapahova, Ayai, Wayakapara, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kaya Atha, Shaka, Yahweh, Labaka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharataza. In the English, hear not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off of being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Israelites of Moab and the Garians, the Baal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines of the habits of Tyre, Ashur also joined with them. They have hoped the children of Lot, Salah, doing to them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth, making the nobles like a rib and like Zeb, yea, all the princes as a Ba and as a Muna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession, owned by power. Make it like a wheel as a stubble for the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flames of the mountains of fire. So persecute them like tempest, and make them afraid of thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, listen to us now, right now. Say evil the curses, the punishment, and destruction to the heathen that speak against us. Thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Say evil the curses, the punishment, and destruction to the heathen. And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches into thy sanctuary. Say evil the curses, the punishment, and destruction to the Edomites and the nation and the drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood. All the governments are our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Tazi Kabatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, works of witchcraft, Nazi space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, opened up the internet and the airwaves, cable access channels, and radio channels to evict the spirit of any of our people that seek to stop us, and brace with destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way and try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels who have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake as they come in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you always, so be it. All right, Sar, which means to turn. All right. All right. All right, so courtesy salute, as we always do. All right. Courtesy salute for the men. And there is on my Shabbat, and Majah, Barak, Yahweh Shemel Shah Barakatham, Yazmatah, hands to your side. Star for the sisters. Courtesy salute for the sisters. Men of Israel, my Shabbat, and Majah, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Alatah by Shemel Shah, Yazmatah. Class dismissed. All right. All right, once again, Israel, today at 6 p.m. to 11, once again, in Minnesota, we have an event for awareness for substance abuse disorder. And again, the whole community is coming out. If you have any questions or concerns, call the number on the screen, 612-524-9544. With that being said, shalom. All right.